but we don't talk anymore.
Hey guys, so today's video is gonna be on editing and making your video nicer. Now, if you're expecting a how-to on how to edit, you're gonna have bad time. Kind of. I'm gonna just be saying a lot of things about editing that I've done and how I make my videos and how I kind of make my videos. So yes, for those of you who have been watching me for the past few days, I do actually do editing for some things, and I do actually tend to put a lot of effort into it. In fact, in the most recent funny moments for Payday 2 that I did, I literally had to do something frame by frame in order to get it the way that I actually wanted to. And I know that and it took a long time. In fact, I lost a lot of the progress I lost some of the progress because my computer messed up and I had to start the computer. But yes, for those of you who don't know, pretty much every content creator edits their video to at least some degree. You don't just get it all in one take, unless you are doing a live commentary, in which case not a lot of editing is required. Maybe the occasional subtitle or something like that could be there, the PNG, but other than that, editing is very minimal on those things. You can pump out those videos fairly quickly. But for me, pumping out a gameplay, it's just, I want to keep it a little bit of a variety, like, of different games. I want to still be a gamer, but I still want to have, like, a bunch of different games, which is why I'm releasing a bunch of different videos. But yeah, as you kind of may have been telling me, as you kind of may have seen, one of my videos actually messed up, and, yeah. So I decided to I actually had to private it for a time until I got everything up and running, but I would recommend that you don't check out that video at all and check out the Redux version of it. It's the same video, just edited better, and honestly, it didn't mess up this time. So yeah, but that other video is still in the playlist that I created for Payday 2 funny moments, and I hope to be releasing more of those, which is interesting. So, editing. How does one start editing? Well, it's very simple. Number one, you need clips, or mainly you need a thing that you can do to your clips. You need clips and you need your editing software. That's all you really need. I mean, depending on, if you really want to get good content, you're going to need a good editing software. But you can get a bunch of them for free. Some of them that are free require, the serial number of your computer, which requires, a registration of your computer and stuff like that. But there's options out there, and there's methods that I've used to kind of bypass the situation, I guess. I don't know. This is kind of revealing, but whatever. Editing is difficult. It can be very difficult if you have, a lot of videos. I mean, a 20-minute video, for me, could easily take roughly a couple hours. Well, depends on the time. I've done it now for a while, actually, a few months, and I've gotten better and better over time. It doesn't get much easier than that. It just gets a little more complicated. One of the things that I would definitely say about editing is timing is like comedy. Timing is everything. Drawing the person's attention to something, making those edits work, and especially if you're using subtitles, getting all of that stuff to work properly takes time. And I would definitely recommend that you use tutorials and use YouTube to make YouTube work, especially for you. And I'm actually pretty much self-taught in that kind of thing. I am mainly self-taught when it comes to editing. I kind of taught myself how to basic edit, adding text into the thing, and you can kind of see even over the past few months that I've been uploading videos and stuff like that, even some of my earlier funny moments, you can tell that there's kind of a difference between then and now, which is interesting. Yeah. And with the above example beforehand, what I would definitely recommend that you do is watch the video before you edit it. Listen to it, watch it all the way through at least once, or watch it mainly for the parts that you don't want to see. And like, if something comes to mind and you haven't rendered it or anything else, make sure that you make those final adjustments before you render it. I didn't do that, hence why episode 3 kinda sucks, because most of the audio peaked out and cut off at certain points, because I actually boosted the entire audio instead of boosting the audio that I actually wanted to, which was the second half of the video. That second half is mainly unchanged, so that's kind of upsetting. I should have probably just taken it down, but I'm like, you know, it's already gotten a few more views than some of my other videos, so if I leave it up, I don't know. But I can't, I created a link to the other video, the Redux version of it, so I would recommend that you go check that out before you check out the one that messes up. I'll probably delete it after this, but maybe not, maybe not, I'm not sure. But to be honest, I just think that editing itself is basically a necessity in most videos. It's a necessity if you're going to be doing YouTube properly, for at least most videos. If you're going to make like a clip compilation thing, that's going to take a lot of editing. If you're going to make funny moments, like seriously, like I said, there was a scene that I wanted to get, and I had to go frame by frame, individual frames of the video to get it to work. And it was so much work, but it was so worth it for the final product. It's amazing. But yeah, definitely some tips for you guys is to watch stuff before you put it up. Like, watch your video at least once through before you put it up. Make sure that your edits get the viewer's attention to certain parts of the screen. Like, let's say, for instance, like, let me give you an example. Let's say I have some text on screen now. I'm gonna edit this and I have text on screen now. It's gonna say just something random. That text makes your eyes go to there to read it because of like the curiosity thing. But let's say I wanted to insert some other text in like another scene. Using a scene from my other video, if you notice, using a scene from one of the funny moments videos, if you notice the scene here. If you notice the scene where I have my big like a boss thing, basically that's the huge text and that's the main text that I want you to focus on. But if you look off to the corner, there's another text that just briefly appears saying thank you that goes up against some of what the guy's saying. So it's kind of an inner thought thing, but it's also kind of like a subtitle at the same time. A better example of this would probably have to be within the same video where I activate my tank mode, where I go in and I hop down. And as you may notice in the top corner, I put tank mode activated. That's when I started to run into the fray. And then if you notice, I tried to draw the viewer's attention to the second time there, because I didn't notice this the first time through. It's the first time watching this through. But then when I realized it, I went back and made the edit. And again, I think what this edit does is it draws the viewer's attention to the where that you want to do it, because the eye can be a very fickle thing. But yeah, you need to be able to draw in the viewer's attention, and the edit should add something to the video, not take away something, more or less. And that's what you should definitely focus on. So yeah. Yeah, but I think that if you're gonna make funny moments, good luck to you. I've made several of them. It's so much work every time, but if you're willing to put in the time, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people are, I mean, depending on stuff. If you're willing to put in the time, definitely do that. But yeah, and let's just go into the logistics of how to create kind of a funny moments thing. Number one, the funny moment can be one of two things. One, it could be of one game, or it could be of multiple games. Of one or more games, more or less, but you could have multiple matches within the one game, which is very interesting. Different segments should be added to it eventually, like I said in my video that there was something that I called a silent observer. A bit of an explanation for this is that sometimes I can't really speak because I might annoy some people that live in the same house as me. It might annoy my family that I'm living in the same house with. So yeah, until I get something else, I can't talk very early in the morning, pretty much. But I would definitely say that that a lot of the times that I don't speak is some of the times that are the most interesting to me. Like when I don't feel like speaking, it's just I think that it's funny to hear, like, if there are two or more people with like a conversation going on. I think it's funny to hear what they have to say, and then with me being on PC now, I can actually input my own thing without even speaking, which is very interesting to me. Which I just find very funny, to just hear the conversation of the other people in the background. Which is, again, they can be talking about something completely random, and it still works. So again, you might be seeing more of those kind of silent observer clips that I call them in the future. But yeah, I think that's really all that I have to say on editing. But yeah. Anyway, guys, this has been another Random Thoughts from Game Penguin 21. I want to thank you all for watching. Peace off.